Hello, everyone, and happy Tuesday. Let me get rid of that little banner. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave it up just for a second, just while I talk. Retired Red, welcome. Candy's Life, always nice to see you. Ann Walsh, nice to see you. Mischief, hey. No Talk Tony, always enjoy seeing you guys. Joni, it is nice to see you. Nice to see you at all, everyone here. So I appreciate it. So today was going to be I want to get rid of that banner. It's going to drive me nuts. I'm going to be sitting there thinking about it, and then there we go. So today's going to be about a couple different things. The first one is letting the genie out of the bottle. By that, everybody, it's pretty indifferent. Rhonda, nice to see you. Charlie Munns, hey, how's everybody doing tonight? It's Tuesday. We're almost halfway through the week, everybody. Tuesday. When you wake up tomorrow, you'll be halfway through the week. Or at least getting halfway. But when I personally go over emotional stuff that I've gone through, whether it's disconnection, whether it's, going over the stuff that happened to me as a kid, it's opening up a can of worms. Now, the reason it's opening up a can of worms for me is because I have this expectation in my head. Oh, if I can get to 5,000 subscribers, if I can get to 10,000 subscribers, I'm then going to be making enough noise that my dad will be just shoved out the door. And that's my goal. But here's the thing, because I wasn't jumping. Pup Groomer, nice to see you. Jen, nice to see you. Did I miss Aurora? Well, Aurora, if you're in there somewhere. But I talked to my therapist today, and she gave me a couple things that I was going to go over and share some information. One, realist expectations, not today or the next, but it will happen. And that's what was getting me, is that, I want to see my dad for his birthday. It's the first one I found out that he's alive. JM, nice to see you. The power that lies to paralyze. Nice to also see you. Ann Walsh, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, everybody. Thank you. See, there's Aurora. But I kept having these expectations that, if I can just get down there, then I can see him and it's his birthday. Well, here's the thing, we haven't quite gotten to, what we needed to. Unfortunately, we're nowhere near close. So it may not be this birthday that I get to see him. It may be next birthday. And then, you know what? It's not about today or tomorrow. It's the long game. And that's what we're all here to play, because Scientology is also playing the long game of, they've got all these members, supposedly, all these different locations. But we all know those different locations are empty. They have so many people moving up the bridge. Realistically, no, they don't. Be married for life. I love that. But I wanted to do it different than what was taught to me as a kid. Because what was taught to me as a kid is this idea of if you put it out there, it will come. Okay. Well, let's not think about it like that, because the way that they use that sentence, it's super simple. They're using that sentence to lure you, or to twist you into thinking that you can pull in danger. If you're sitting there saying, oh my goodness, I'm walking to my car and it's in the dark. Oh my God, I'm going to get robbed. Oh my God, I'm going to get mugged. Miss Sunrise Dawn, welcome. And it turns into this, like, if something happens, oh, you pulled it in. No, you didn't. It just happens. It happens, but she also said this great thing, and I write down everything, everybody. Positivity will transfer excitement with passion. And that's me, because I want you guys to all view this in such a way. Joel, welcome. That you see the excitement, you see how better it is for us to be out in the real world. You get to see, what's going on with everybody. You know that behind those walls there's torture, behind those walls there's people begging for freedom, there's people that are starving. And we can't stop people from starving right this second, but we can at least let everyone know, hey, there's people starving in there. Hey, there's people that haven't slept. Hey, there's this. Hey, there's that. We can let you guys know everything. And if let's say one of you takes this FaceTime and you spread it to your Facebook, and then maybe two of your friends look at it, and then they spread it 2 times, and then whatever it may be, just so people know, inside those walls, there's people that are starving. There's people that are working 12-hour shifts for $45 a week. And that's it. And that's if they get paid. That's if they get paid, everybody. Because again, there's days that you're not going to get paid. Your meal is going to be rice and beans, even though they're still making millions of dollars. You're eating rice and beans and water, because water's free. Okay. So I am going to appeal to you guys. If at any point in time this touches your heart, the fact that my father is trapped in a cult, the fact that they told me that my father was dead, and now I come to find out that he's alive. 20 years has passed. Marilyn, thank you so very much for joining the chat. I'm probably going to butcher this name, but it's the first time I've seen it. Sarwana. I'm butchering it. I apologize. Hello, I'm usually on the replay crew. Great to catch a live. Well, I'm so glad that you're here. Janet, welcome. So many abused by Scientology. Absolutely. And it's still happening. But so last quote, and then we'll go into the long game and go into the emotions coming out of the genie in a bottle's being broken. Okay. We get so wrapped up in the things that we're fighting against, we forget that what we're fighting for. I'm fighting against Scientology. I'm fighting against basically having slaves. I'm fighting against people starving. I'm fighting against families being torn apart by disconnection. I'm fighting against everything that goes on behind those walls, costing someone millions of dollars to somehow lose, because they're throwing if a regular person is throwing $1 million at you, guess what? There's so many charities that I can do. Sarah Wynn, it's how it's pronounced. Well, thank you, Candy. I appreciate that. But they throw millions of dollars, but they're not helping anybody. Look at what they do to the homeless population. If there is a homeless man, woman, child, it doesn't matter, sleeping near the org, they will hose them with cold water. Cold water. Like right now, it's 47 degrees at nighttime. So you're talking about 47 degrees in the morning, and they're being hosed with freezing cold water and just get off of our stoop. Well, let's be realistic, everybody. If I see a homeless person out and it's 47 degrees and I have a sweatshirt and a jacket on, I'm giving up my sweatshirt. I'm giving it up because you know what? I can go get another sweatshirt. And if I can keep that one person warm just for a few minutes, or even one night, then I'm happy with that. So the reason I was going into unpacking the emotional scale, and don't worry, everybody, I'm going to hate your questions. I apologize. But I was feeling like I was opening up all of these wounds. Janet, welcome. It basically felt like I was telling you about giving a child up for adoption. I was telling you, all the tortures that happened to me as a kid, being punched by a grown adult so hard that I literally thought that my ribs were broken. Being hit so hard that then all of a sudden you get told, I'm going to give you a reason to cry. Well, you already did. So you don't got to give me another one. Being starving and being told to dig a ditch and my body should fit in it. Those are things that you're constantly told. and it felt like I was opening up wounds. But it wasn't until my therapist talked today that I realized I'm not opening up new wounds. I'm sharing what happened to me so that you guys can keep your family away from it, so that you can keep your family and friends safe, so that you can listen. And each time I give you a little bit of what I've gone through, that's one less burden I have to carry. That's one less thing that I can hold on to, because now I can let it go. I can admit that I've gone through that and that was horrible and that was torturous, but I can let it go. And so for that, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for each and every one of you listening. I'm grateful for each and every one of you wanting to help me get my dad out, or wanting to help me get anyone out. But I will ask, please share this. Please hit subscribe, smash the like button. We need to get this out to as many people as we can, because realistically, if I can get, 5,000 to 10,000, then that makes me a big noise. And that big noise could mean daddy gets kicked out. Now, if he wants to stay, then he'll have to do what's called a fair roads, fair weather, or he will have to grow some cojones and talk to me. If you don't want me in your life, fine. Then the least you could do is say it. Don't lie about being dead, because that's disgusting. Let me tag some of these questions, because I know I always get behind on questions, and that I don't want to disrespect you guys with. Let's see. All right, Rhonda, we 2K can make I'm totally losing defecation. Hit the oscillating rotary system, aka shit disturbing. Okay. All right, Janet, I wish you could get to spend some time with you. Absolutely, because it's disgusting. The way that they separate people, is they use disconnection as a weapon. It's worse than a gun, people, because, well, not really, but for us it is, because it's taking what little bit of family we have and tearing it away. But what if they're not tearing it away? What if they're not? What if each and every one of you that is offered to be one of my family is now my family? Then family is chosen. Family is picked. I can pick each one. I can have thousands of aunts, thousands of uncles. I can have people that truly care. I would love to see my dad, but if he wants to stay, I'm not going to force him to leave. But I am going to force people to let them eat, to let them breathe, give them the truth, let people walk if they want to walk. Don't torture them with digging their own graves. Joel, do you guys see like me how much Liz has come out of her shell? She is now a superstar. She's got a great outlook. She has come a long way. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. I try, because here's the thing. You know what? You can kill people with being nasty, but it's easier to kill people with kindness and being loyal and being respectful. No Talk Tony, I'm so proud of my youngest daughter. She's 24. She's finally accepted the fact that she's bipolar and needs to be on medications for it. She's going to be starting school next year as an interior designer. Nice. That is fantastic. No Talk Tony. That is fantastic. Speaking of, sometimes people need a little help. I'm going to put this out there because it's one of my key components. Here, let me click this. I'll bring it right back up in a second. I want people to know, look, I've had a mental health crisis. And by mental health crisis, I mean it just destroyed parts of my head. It made it so things that weren't real were suddenly real, and things that didn't make sense were suddenly so warped and twisted that I couldn't understand anything. If you ever feel a spot or know someone that's in a spot where they are rambling, or they're rambling about not wanting to be on this earth anymore, please call 988. Because again, I would much rather listen to someone talk than have to listen to a eulogy, because I've listened to too many this lifetime. Too many of my friends that I grew up with took took a different way out. And I want to prevent that. I want us to be healthy and happy and joyful. Yes, the world is not perfect. Nobody's perfect, but just remember to share your love. Yes, call 988 if you need help. If you know someone, let them call 988 if they need help, please. Okay. Janet, does your dad really know you were trying to get in touch with him? Well, I'm trying everything I possibly can. The louder I am, the more chances that he's going to hear it. And if I have to go down there with a bullhorn and scream, you know, Bob Ferris, your daughter's alive and she was told you were dead, please come to the gate and collect your birthday present. I will do it. I will do everything possible to do that. We're all in this for a reason. Each and every one of us is here for one particular reason. We want to get the message out. You know, I'm not the only one that has family inside. I'm not the only one that has someone on the inside, whether it's a brother, a sister, a mother. And now you have the new on the Aftermath, they have the new spot on the website where you can click where it says missing person. And then from the missing person, you can fill out first and last name, you know, contact information for yourself. If you know, so that way, if they need to get in touch with you and the last time you saw them, and if you have a picture of them, you know, please do that. We want to get to know who your family members are, so that way we can potentially do our best to get you information about them. You know, it has to be open and be ready, because you know what? Eventually those doors are going to shut. And once those doors shut, the people will need a place. They'll need a safe place. And I'll continue doing this until every door is shut. Okay. Miss Sunrise Dawn, I'm so sorry this isn't much, but I at least want to put something towards you getting your dad out. Love you. You rock. Second super chat below, by the way. Second super chat. Carrie pulled them all up. As you know, Carrie's in the background. I will definitely look for that one next, I promise. Okay. Mischief. Yet McSavage is walking about in Gucci shoes and Armani suits. How is that ethical? It's not, because realistically, I can promise you that every Sea Org member is trying their best to keep that one pair of pants in the best shape that they possibly can. They're sewing up the crotch, the inseam. They're sewing up the pockets. You know, people that don't know how to sew are learning to sew, so that way the pair of pants or the skirt can fit. You know, and if you're wearing a skirt, guess what, everybody? You have to wear nylons. And let's not have those nylons rip, because I guarantee you, when you see a woman washing her nylons, it's not the same. They put regular soap on it, they rub it together to get some of the stuff off. And then that was supposed to say second super chat ever. Oh, I can't type tonight. Oh, it's totally okay. I'm a goofball, I promise. But they're taking the soap, they're rubbing their nylons in it, and then they're hanging it over the shower curtain or hanging it over the bed rods, because again, it's the metal racks that they're sleeping on. They're not getting Posturepedic beds. They're not getting comfortable mattresses. No, this is like straight out of World War II. Here's your metal racks. Here's your little 2-inch, you know, little bed. And they want to say, oh, good night's sleep. But you can feel every rod that is on that bunk bed. You feel everything. I promise you. Because I used to wake up every morning and be like, man, I got a lump in my butt. No, it's not a lump. It's because I couldn't move around on the bed. And because I couldn't move around on the bed, yeah, I got to feel everything and have marks all over my face and body. Aurora, it's appalling how they treat their religious volunteers. Because realistically, they threw that word volunteer in there as as a way to not pay people, as a way to be like, no, people can leave whenever they want. No, they can't. That word volunteer they threw that in the new paperwork. The paperwork I signed with my billion-year contract had nothing to do with volunteer. Because yes, you're signing your billion-year contract, you're technically volunteering for that, but then you turn around and you're never allowed to leave. I managed to leave. I tried to jump off a building. Nora tried to drink bleach because she was so sick of being treated so badly that she was done. And Nora's not the only one that tried to drink bleach so that way they can get out of this, billion-year contract and wonder where their food's coming from. Rhonda, $45 per week based on a 40-hour, no taxes taken is $1.12 per hour. It breaks it down. Really, it's not minimum wage. No, because what you're basing it on is technically a 40-hour work week. You could be working from 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. all the way until 11:30 at night. So technically, you work more than a 40-hour work week, and that's 7 days a week. So not just 5 days a week, it's 7 days a week. Now, Sundays, you do get, if you're allowed to, you get like a libs time where you can spend your own time doing your laundry. But here's the kicker, everybody. So you could do your laundry. There's two washing machines that I knew of in the Wilcox, which is now a hotel. 2 washing machines, 2 dryers. So I would put my clothes in one washer, and then I would go clean my room. So that way my room and my area was clean. I would come back and my 9 pairs of jeans that I just washed are suddenly down to 3 pairs of jeans. And then all of a sudden, the next time I wash, I'm down to 2 pairs of jeans. So unfortunately, people didn't have clothes. And at $45 a week, it is not enough for you to be able to go buy pants. It's not enough for you to buy, and it's not called pants. They call it civvies, like your civilian clothes. Like having regular clothes on is something to be ashamed of. But no, people steal because they don't have the money to buy it. Okay, Janet, the cult keeps making money and the Sea Org or staff get nothing more. Absolutely. They could let's say they make $300,000 in 1 week. The Sea Org members are not going to get paid more than the $45 at all. That's it. And that's if they don't owe someone, because if they owe another organization or if they have to make a payment to a higher org, then at that point in time, you still won't get paid. So if you have a cigarette habit, or if you've got any kind of habits, you got to figure a way to save money. And that was change. Some people recycled. Some people just quit smoking because they weren't going to have the funds to be able to do it. It's not fun, everybody. Simone Farron, super sticker. I like super stickers. Thank you so very much, Simone. Okay. Gambler, I understand some of these feelings too, Liz. I give so much, but do have to remember to take care of myself as well. And everyone, please remember that. Because you do, even though we're out here and we're sharing the truth and we're letting you know what's going on, you have to also think that, there's times like I took this weekend for myself because I was feeling a little defeated because it's so close to Thanksgiving. Like it is 9 days away. That just, my mind, because realistically 9 days away is not an easy task. And so we have to do the best that we can in those 9 days to reach as many people as possible and to hopefully get down there and be screaming to let me see my dad for his birthday. Tambler, I had a great therapy session today too. Therapy is so great. Yes, my therapist is actually going to be watching this. She wanted me to send her a link, so I sent her a link. So most of you guys, I don't know if she will comment, but I know that she will watch it. And I'm actually excited for that because now she gets to see what I what I tell her about. Okay, Janet, people need to know how dangerous these cults are. Yes. If you need to tell one friend, if you tell one friend and that one friend tells another friend and they tell another friend, that's 3 people that are staying away. If you tell 2 people and they tell 4 people and the next person tells 4 people, that's 12 people staying away. That's 12 people that will never go over there. That's amazing. Keeping 12 people away, that's phenomenal. Keeping one person away, phenomenal. Because the more people we can keep away, the less people will be tricked into signing this billionaire contract. There's less people that will be giving up their life savings, less grandmas that are looking for just someone to give them love and affection, because they use that too. If a grandma is lonely or a grandfather's lonely, guess what? Come learn success through communication, blah, 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 blah. And then we're going to teach you this course. And then, oh my goodness, didn't you have such amazing wins? And then turn around. What can you mortgage to continue up the bridge? And before you know it, that person is bankrupt. That person's in possible foreclosure. And that's not the way that you want to live or that you would want someone else to live. Okay. Be merry. You're my hero. Well, thank you so much. You sitting here makes you my hero. You sitting here listening, supporting, that makes you my hero in my book. Everyone sitting here listening, I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate that you listen to me go on. I appreciate that you listen to what goes on behind those doors. And I appreciate that you want to keep your family and your friends away because you don't want them to have my childhood. I don't want anyone to have my childhood. I wouldn't give my child to my worst enemy, my childhood to my worst enemy, because it's not a way for someone to grow up with abandonment feeling, with wondering why my blood relatives hate me so much. Well, you know what? Hate away. I don't want to be the black sheep anymore. I'm going to be the rainbow sheep. I'm going to be different and I'm going to stand out. Okay. Janet, question. How old is your dad? My dad is 72 years old. As of November 23rd, he is going to be 73 years old. So, yeah, he's too old to be digging ditches. He's too old to be doing something that could potentially take his life. I'm going to keep doing this, and I'm praying they don't give him back to me in a box, because if they give him back to me in a box, hell hath no fury. Hell hath no fury for the what I will rain down. Okay, Joel, the first time you shared a bad experience, it's hard, but then it gets easier. Healing is a marathon, not a sprint race. Absolutely. And I'm in it for the marathon. And I was confusing myself by thinking that this is something that should be a sprint, when you're absolutely right. It shouldn't be a sprint. We're in it for the long haul. Each and every one of us here is in it for the long haul. We're in it to let you know what's going on. And we're in it to see that you keep your family away and you guys learn what happens behind those walls. It is absolutely a marathon, and I'm in it for the long run. Okay. Mischief, question. What if your dad has dementia? Is there anyone you can ask about that, because they may not be remembering anything? The problem is the police officer that did the welfare check, he believed that my dad was in his right frame of mind. He answered those questions and the questions that he perceived to him. What was his mother's name? What was his father's name? Little questions that I thought I was being brilliant by asking him his mother's maiden name. But unfortunately, he answered them. But the problem is we don't know if it was really him answering it, because the cult of Scientology does have all of the information. I gave them all the information on me, every one of my family members, even the ones that weren't in Scientology. I gave them lists of my friends, even their phone numbers, because just in case they called, this is my friend. And they tried to hook, line, and sinker get my friends into Scientology. And it almost worked for one of them. And I felt guilty. Mischief. Oh, yes, Joel. From the first video, it is now immense. You go, Liz. Well, thank you so much, everybody. I'm doing the best that I can, just talking to a group of friends and family. Okay. Tambler. it's just crazy. Family who holds us up, who loves us, family also so diverse and wonderful, especially in religion, traumatic families. Um, yeah, yes. Okay, Tambler, people I have over for Christmas are my family, even though we aren't related at all. They're still family. And you know what? Carrie has made me feel like I finally have a family and I finally have a place to be at Christmas. Would it be great if my father was there getting to enjoy it? Yes. But we're playing the marathon. We're not playing the sprint. We're playing the marathon. And the marathon means that we keep at this. We keep spreading the word. We keep, doing everything that we possibly can to continue sharing. We do lives. We do whatever we need to do to make sure that everyone has a chance to listen, to hear, to be there. Okay. Jam Ledger, I'll be the crazy uncle in the family. You know what? We all need a crazy uncle. I'll be the crazy aunt I'm just telling you. I will be the one telling jokes, trying to make everybody laugh because bitty, that's not all, folks. Okay. Aurora, the best part of this community is how we all support each other. Sometimes it helps more to lean on your chosen family when the original family can't be there. And yes, and some people in my family choose not to be there, and some people I choose not to have around. But here's the thing. Blood is not thicker than water. They say that the consistency is, but realistically, when it comes to family, I have had more dedication from you guys than I have had from my family. And because I've had more dedication from you guys, that means the world to me. I have Vanessa LaRose. She is my sister by choice. I have, Nora, sister by choice. Lara, sister by choice. Serge Delmar, Serge Obolinski, brothers by choice. By choice. Okay. Pup groomer. You've got the bullhorn from the protest they wouldn't let you use. Maybe they will be this time to use it. That'd be nice because realistically, they don't have services at Golden Era Productions. They didn't even really have a service at Celebrity Center, but let's be real. Okay. Janet, question. Do they have to wear nylons? Yes, you have to wear stockings if you're wearing a skirt. It is part of your uniform, just like you don't have clip-on ties, you have actual bow ties. Our women have the ties that cross this way and there's a little hook. They also show you how to correctly fold a Windsor. So that way you can have that. But men are to know how to tie a tie. It is a qualification. Okay. Admission fee you pay to get out. Technically, yes. That is called a freeloader debt. The freeloader debt is what they're making you pay because they want you to pay back all of those courses that you were required to take so that way you could do your job. And at the end, you have to pay for it and you smile, or you could lose your family and your friends. You could be forced into disconnection. You can be forced into a whole bunch of other disgusting things. But realistically, they force you to pay it. Yeah. If you want to be in good standings, yes. Ann Walsh, question. Do you think writing campaign to the mayor of Los Angeles will do anything? To be completely honest, I don't want to say anybody's in anybody's pocket, but I think right now it's kind of disgusting how it's still going on. There is enough of us speaking out and telling people what happens behind those walls. Why aren't they investigating? Go in there, go check everybody's passport. I guarantee you there's going to be at least 25 people that their passports are expired, or 25 people that their visas are expired. Now, I'm not saying, go in there on a deport mission. I'm just saying realistically, these people have probably asked for their papers back and they probably think they're now here legally. When not yet, they're going to marry off the young ones to the older Sea Org members. And then suddenly here you can stay. You're married to a US citizen. But are you happy? Is that what you really wanted? No, it's not, because they don't believe in love there. Love is, now that's not completely true. 9 times out of 10, they don't really believe in love. It's an infatuation that gets them married. But some people do find their soulmates. Look at Mark and Claire. They found each other. Look at, um, Amy Scobie. She found her soulmate. I found my soulmate on the outside, and she's got beautiful hair and she has my back on everything. Okay. I'd love to put Miscavige in a room with a dozen angry SP live on YouTube. He'd make me so mad I could spit. Good luck having that happen, because, they would say that, oh, his life is in danger. None of us would hurt him. That's the difference between him and us. We would just kill him with words, and these words that he gave us from the beginning. Okay, Heather, only place you might be able to see or able to buy clothes with that kind of money is the Goodwill. Yes, and in order to get to the Goodwill, it has to be close, and there's not one close by. But yes, that is a place where people go to buy clothes. And I'm sorry to say this, but I don't believe in wearing another man's fatigues. But I know people that have had to do that because that's how they got some underwear, because they needed them, and this was the only way that they could get them, was at a Goodwill. And I'm not going to belittle anything like that, because when you're dealt those cards, you roll with the punches. Okay, Aurora. So how is stealing other people's clothes ethical? It's not. But you know what? I'm not going to get mad at someone, because since they claim they're such an ethical organization, they're not ethical. I promise. There's rape going on behind those doors. There's abuse going on behind those doors. Everything that is, supposed to be a HIPAA law, it gets violated behind those doors. Like if you have to go to the doctor because something's medically wrong with you, everyone in the org will know. In the organization, I apologize. Everyone in the organization will know what you've got going on. And it's all your fault. You pulled it in. You did this. And it spreads like wildfire. Just like when someone messes up, it spreads like wildfire. Okay. Retired Red, it really blows us away thinking that there are people treated this way. Among not being human, it's illegal. They treat people, they're not treated like humans inside there. You're treated as a product. You're a piece of meat. You're a piece of meat that they can warp and twist and bend and do whatever they need to for what? To get their mission spread, to get more Scientologists. They're not gaining anymore. Some people do walk in the doors. So that's why we're here saying, hey, don't do this. Hey, listen. Please spread the word to everyone you know. Keep them away. It's the least that we can do for being in there. Heather, Scientology has a very difficult definition of ethical than the rest of the world. Yes, their definition is warped and twisted and full of doo-doo, doo-doo-ba-doo. Okay. Janet, super sticker. Love the super stickers. I do. I wish that they actually came with stickers, like little rainbows or something. Okay. Hi, Liz's therapist, if you're watching. Therapists are awesome, mine included. Yes, she is amazing. And if she is in here, I don't know if she will say hi, but you know what? If she does, great. And if not, she has a way of knowing how I'm doing. Okay. Sandra, lawyers speak for You're Screwed. I'm doing everything possible to help people who blow. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You helping people means the world to us, because I would help anybody. If I get a phone call saying, hey, there's someone right down the street that needs someone, that needs a meal, you know what? I'm going. I'm going to do everything I possibly can. I'll be on that list for someone that needs a safe space. Okay. Janet, it's amazing how many different cults, some called organized religion, they're all over the world. So much abuse going on without an eye of the public. And here's the thing, the public does see. But when you're told, oh no, they're just getting punished for breaking the rules, the person goes, oh, they broke the rules, then they deserve to have this happen. They don't ask what rules were broken. They don't ask. because it's never going to be something that they're going to ask. Heather, ooh, yeah, that's right. Rainbow sheep. Be a rainbow sheep and stand out. Stand out in the crowd. Okay, rainbow sheeps are the best. Aurora, yes. Okay. Kathleen Quinn, so amazing to hear your therapist will be watching your epic journey. I'm so inspired by you. Well, thank you so very much. I'm inspired by you showing up and you guys all cheering me on, because realistically, 4 months ago, I didn't even know that this was a possibility. And now look at the situation. I am sitting here screaming to the heavens, hey, this is what's going on behind those doors. Hey, this is what's really happening behind those doors. So that way you can truly see what's happening. It's not rainbows and butterflies back there. I promise. Jamie, Liz, you can be the rainbow goat, greatest of all time. Bah, bah. See, I can do it. I'm telling you, I can do it. Candy's life. Scientology heeds the warning. If you return Bob Ferris in a box, you will find out hell does exist. Yes, you will. If you return him to me in a box, or don't let me see him or say goodbye, yes, hell hath no fury like a daughter that lost their dad, found out their dad was alive. Hell hath no fury like this woman scorned. Okay, Vicky, keep sharing and we'll be able to be here to support you. I'm going to keep sharing. I'm going to keep sharing. I'm going to scream to the heavens. There's so much that happens in there. We haven't even barely touched on every topic that goes on behind those doors. I promise. Heather, amen. So true. Chosen family is a real thing. Yes, it is. Candy's life. I am deeply troubled, sister, that is healed by my sister Liz telling me that rice and beans are not a meal, because rice and beans are not a meal. It's not healthy. Starving a person to the point of exhaustion, falling asleep, or passing out is not healthy. But they want to sit there like they know better. Oh, we know better than a doctor. Oh, really? You didn't go to medical school. Oh, really? You didn't do residency. But hey, you're smarter than a doctor? Fantastic. Let's pump you full of 5,000 milligrams of niacin and sit there and smile. No, what they did is just wrong. Heather, it really shows the truth about Scientology that so many big bad SPs are the nicest, most genuine, good-hearted people. And I appreciate you thinking that, because most of us are. Every person that I've talked to is kind, is sweet, is gentle, would give the shirt off their back to anybody. Because you know what? At one point in time, someone gave us the shirt because we had nothing and they gave us the shirt. Okay, Mischief, please give my love to Nora. I miss the Diagnostic Duo so much. I've told you before that you're my laughter therapy. Well, as soon as I get through some of these, I promise I'm going to do everything I possibly can to make some giggles happen. I promise. Okay, because laughter is the best medicine. I'm telling you. Laughter is the absolute best medicine. Nerman, nice to meet you. Denection policy reminds me of communism. Take the idea of communism and warp it a little bit, because what they do is when you're a communist, they like to put you off over there. But with disconnection, they like to pretend you're dead. They like to pretend you never existed. You're not my child anymore. You're gone. You mean nothing. But you know what? Hey, it took two people to tango, two people to make a baby. Yes, there's science now, but back then, our parents had us and they told us that they loved us. My father used to tell me all the time, I love you, baby girl. I love you, little kid. Little weird things. Because I always didn't like it when he called me little kid. I liked it when he called me Liz, as he put it. It's my chosen name. But you know what? I loved it when he said, I love you. And I know that man loves me. I know for a certainty he loves me. There's no warping. There's nothing that they can do that would take away a father's love for his daughter. Okay. Aurora, just want to put Davey in a room with a bunch of process servers, right? Just be like, serve, serve, serve. Make sure a few of them are first, because record that, because he'll say that never happened. CK, did you have to pay to join and pay to get out? I did not have to pay to get out or pay to join. Technically, my mom paid for lots of auditing. So, yes, we did pay. But then at the same time, not only did she pay for the auditing, I did courses. So she did pay. Paying to get out, I did not pay for my freeloader debt because I had no intentions of paying for that, especially when I started breaking through it. I wanted to continue being a Scientologist without the BS that they like to put on it. Did I think about paying it? Multiple times so that I could get back on the bridge. Am I glad I didn't pay it? Yeah, because I feel better that I didn't invest more money. Okay. Nerman, Davey is greedy, fascist, along with Tom Cruise. Yes. And here's the idea, guys. Tom Cruise is just a celebrity. He's just a man. And so is David. David is just a man that just happens to have people believing in stuff that a man named LRH stole from other people. But the trick is, they're just men. They're short men. And yes, Tom Cruise does make some decent movies. I don't want to see them because you know what? I don't want to support someone that can't be a good dad. Your daughter has not seen you since she was a child. And you know what? Your daughter deserved better. Okay. Question. Various groups support others during the holidays. Not sure if SPTV is the right platform, but each of us donate $10 or more to the aftermath. It could help. Well, here's the thing. If I can't make it down, honestly, if I cannot make it down for to see my dad on his birthday, I will be here, because you know what? I'm dedicated, and I'm going to do happy birthday with him. And I'm going to do happy birthday with all of you. So I will be here. Or I will be down there. Either which way, once we find out, we'll have it. Sandra, super sticker. Really wish I knew what the stickers look like. But thank you so very much for the super sticker. Okay, Martha Simmons, rice and beans is a meal for occasionally, but also have it with veggies and nutritions, yeast, and B vitamins. Yes. And a lot of times they would throw in like zucchini, tomatoes, but the rice has no flavor. This isn't like Spanish rice. It's just plain old rice. And it's high grain rice, the cheapest that they can get. And then from the high grain rice, you have the cheapest beans that they can get. It's not flavorful. This isn't them trying to make us have a flavorful meal. It's them letting us know that we're out ethics. Okay, question. Was it Serge Delmar that you took the comics to? No, it was Serge Obelinsky. Him and I used to read comics when we were kids in the AOLA waiting area when movie time was over. And so I tried to send him some. Those were, unfortunately, the box was open and things were taken. But I just got a box of other Archie comics, and I'm going to read them. And then next time I'm down there, I'm going to give him them. But I'm going to actually personally take them down there because, I can't. He was a little devastated when the box was open when he got it and nothing was in it. Okay, Heather. Carrie Blonde, I've screenshotted them for you, babe. Super sticker. Well, thank you so much, honey. Okay. Heather, Liz, how is the fundraising for your trip to Gold for your dad's birthday? Please remind people it's okay. Right now, I've gotten roughly about, I think it's like $215. And the flights on the cheapest that we could find, a round trip is going to be a lot more, from Sacramento to Burbank, and then staying in a hotel. Hotels are very expensive, and because it's flying during the holidays, it's even worse. So I'm not close. I'm a tenth of the way there, and that's just including the flight. I've tried looking at red eye prices, but I'm gonna do everything I can, and if I can't, I'm gonna turn it into, I'm gonna have his sister send it, because she said that she would help. And right now, that would be my goal because I want him to have this stuff. He needs it. He needs shirts. He needs socks. He needs his pocket protectors. He needs glasses cleaners, glasses repair kits. He needs all sorts of things. Maybe even a mustache comb. I saw it and I thought it was cute. Okay. Nerman, you're a great activist, Liz. Thank you. Because the thing about being an activist is you had to have been there once. And I was there more than once, unfortunately. And Walsh, on the marathon, I'm going to need a few rest stops, but I'm with you. Well, I appreciate it. If I was going to run a marathon, I would be there right next to you with a few rest stops because, we all do the best that we can. Okay. Sandra, I'm so sorry about everything people go through in this cult. When do you think law enforcement will do something about it? When they finally grow the cojones to actually do something. Because there's enough of us speaking out that would all testify. I would testify in a heartbeat to the shit that I went through. Aaron would testify in a heartbeat. Claire, Mark, Mike, Christy, all of us would testify in a heartbeat. Amy Scobie, her husband, each and every one of us would testify in a heartbeat to the hell that we went through. Just ask and we're there. I would do anything to bring these people down. Okay, Heather, love your goat impression. I know. Bah, bah. I love him. Okay. Mischief, please believe me, guys. I need you all in my life. You're friends. You're my friends proper. I feel like I could talk anything to you in this chat. Thank you so very much. I hope that you can say anything that you want in this chat because realistically, you know what? That's the one thing that I will say above all else. Remember, we are all human. We all bleed the same color. So please be kind to everybody in the comments. Vicky, Liz, are you planning on sharing your beautiful singing voice? I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. If you can think of a song, and no, it can't be from Sister Act because yes, I do know them all by heart. But if you think of a song, we'll see what Laura says. She definitely liked hearing it. Okay, Gary Planche, laughter and babe are two different activities that burn the most amount of calories in the shortest amount of time. I love you, honey. I truly love you. Mischief. I think you're on a promise, Liz. I think you're on a promise. Am I not getting this? I think you are on a promise, Liz. I'm sorry. I'm not getting it. I apologize. Miss Valentine, I'm shunned, so I get it. Love is with conditions. Ugh. Well, you know what? Love for me is not with conditions. I love you, Miss Valentine. Thank you so very much for being here. I appreciate you. You are worthy and you are loved. I promise. Love shouldn't come with conditions. Miss Valentine, love has no conditions. That is right, Martha. That is absolutely right. Okay, Carrie Planche, true love is unconditional. Yes, it absolutely is. Heather, the freaking IRS needs to grow a pair too. Yes, they do. Because why are you giving these people tax exemptions so that they can hire PIs, so that they can chase people around, so that they can disconnect families? Let's be realistic. It's just disgusting. They have all of this extra money for, David to be in Gucci and Prada suits that are specially made for his little short butt. But you're not feeding people. You're not giving people proper food. You're not giving people proper attire. Yeah. Renee, question, Liz. Are you a nine or are you okay, let's try this again. Are your non-Scientology family members also in contact with Bob? They thought he was dead. Each one of his sisters and brothers all thought he was dead. So right now, some of them are willing to help, and that's the baby sister. She's been helping all along. I send her updates, let her know what's going on. But yeah, I'm doing the best that I can here. Okay, Rhonda. Liz, the most realistic sounding GOAT. Bah, bah. You just think of that when you're thinking of sheep hopping over a fence. Okay. Rhonda, holy bright blush. Carrie Plonge, way to go. Yes, I am Irish, everybody. You can totally tell. Okay, Amy Scobie just popping in to share lots of hearts, going to bed, have to get up super early. Well, Amy, thank you so very much for coming. I appreciate every time that you show up, and thank you so much for yesterday. And you're beautiful with or without makeup. I just wanted to let you know you are a gorgeous human being. Okay, Rhonda. Liz, Nora is on too. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. So now we're all caught up, everybody. So basically the plan is, doing the best that we can. Oh, let me get rid of that one since I did go over it. There's another mark. Vicky, your singing voice is beautiful, Liz. It's okay to be shy. You should be proud of your talent. I don't know if it was, really something that I was proud of, but it's something that I love doing. So it makes me happy. Like, I am the hugest fan of Rent. And if anybody has ever seen Rent, okay, whether you saw it in Broadway, whether you saw the movie, it's the most amazing thing when you can just, oh, I love singing with you, babe. Well, thank you, honey. I love when you sing with me too. But I'll give you a little bit, okay? Because it's the only song that's popping in my head right now. Yeah, Tumblr. Rent is amazing because it's all about the 525,600 minutes. There you go. Just that line. That's all. Or I make listen my sleep, baby. What's the trip? But yes. So I've come to a conclusion, everybody. I am not an open wound. I am sharing what happened with my life. I am sharing what I've been through. I'm sharing my love for the Pittsburgh Penguins that play. Okay, because it's hockey night, everybody. I'm sharing my love with the Yankees. I appreciate. Let's see. Eyes to see. I like that name. You got pipes, girl. I do have pipes. But I don't do it too often, everybody. But I do want to say I'm not hurting. I'm doing phenomenal. Thank you, each and every one of you, for help. And I'm okay with you being a Hawks fan. I love it when people just like a sport, and be loyal to that team. Like, the Yankees have not made it to ring status in a long time, but you know what? I'm a Yankees fan through and through. And I'm not going to judge a Boston fan because you know what? It's not here's my favorite saying that someone told to me. I'm not going to judge anyone for what they believe or what they think. Because last time I checked, God wasn't looking for a replacement. Okay. So let's see. Yep, go Yankees. All right, some more questions got tagged, so let's grab those. Sandra, I have clothes to donate, but I'm not sure where to send them. What you can do is you can email the Aftermath and see about sending any kind of clothes over there, getting that information. So that way, anybody that needs clothes, has clothes, it'll make it a lot easier to do whatever you need to do. But clothes are always needed because you know what? When they come out, I promise you, whether it's male, female, child, whatever person comes out, they're coming out with the clothes on their back, and that's it, because that's all they have. Okay, Miss Valentine. My cult, though, it was a good idea to accept a serial killer in their flock and kicked me out for smoking a cigarette. Well, that's disgusting. But if it makes you, they don't like me because I'm gay. I could be a serial killer, but I cannot be gay. That's their big rule. Like, I draw the line at the gay, but you can definitely kill people and rape people and you're forgiven. But the gay is the line. Okay. I'll be singing that all night now. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I could get another song stuck in your head. Like, give me a break, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar, give me a break. See, I do that to Carrie all the time. Okay, Tambler. Oh, great job. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, wowzers, you have some pipes in those vocals. Yes, I do. I do love to sing. It makes me very, very happy. Very, very happy. Nice voice. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Okay. Miss Valentine, with that being said, I'm going to smoke. You are more than welcome to, because you know what? You're free. Some other people are not. So you're free. Do what you need to do and smile while you're doing it, because you are free. And I'm glad you're a Hawks fan. I promise. I am very glad you're a Hawks fan. One of these days we're going to have, oh, wait a minute. Who are the Penguins playing today? Now I'm going to have to double check who the Penguins playing. Woo! Woo! We might be going against each other. I'm just saying. We'll have to double check in a minute. Okay. Heather, Liz, I'm so glad you came to share your story. You're such a great person. Sorry for the circumstances, but happy to get to know you. I am truly sorry for my circumstances, but you know what? I'm happy that each and every one of you listens, helps, spreads the word. Again, if you can share this on any platform, if you can just copy, like if you go, when you first log in, it'll give you the option to share it to your Facebook, share it with some friends. You can share it on Instant Messenger, get any one of your friends or family to share, like, subscribe. The more people I can get, the better, because the more people that I reach, the more people that are coming and looking, the more chances I get my dad. So again, please don't forget to smash the like, hit subscribe. I appreciate each and every single one of you. So each and every person, you are welcome in the chat. You are welcome here. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here for me. Again, I'm going to close it out with that beautiful saying that I got from my therapist. Okay? Because it works for everything we're all going through, I promise. We get so wrapped up in the things that we're fighting against, we forget what we are fighting for. And we're fighting for freedom. We're fighting for people to have a choice to be in or out. We're fighting for freedom. And let's not forget that the people we're fighting for are the people that are stuck inside. And so for that, I bid you all adieu. Please don't forget to tip your waiter or waitress. Again, everybody, I have 9 days. I'm doing the best that I can. Thank you so very much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. So now that you've tipped your waiter, smash the like, hit subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, everybody.